Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Indecent Esports Network. Sorry we're a little bit late. We did stream earlier, but for some reason we had some technical issues. So they're already into the race and going. So we'll just have to bring you up to speed with how everyone is going at the moment. But like we always say, my name's Aidan Schultz. Joining me in the booth is Paul. As always, Joshua Carl-Walden leading the way now. Lap 3 or 4 into Chicagoland tonight. Jamie Nankervis there in second place. Sam Katakuzanos and Ruben Phelps there as well. Now my live timing has just died on me. So Joshua Carl-Walden leading the way. So we'll just get everything sorted for you, ladies and gentlemen, and make sure we can bring the best we can here on the Indecent Esports Network. So we'll just let the drivers go around at the moment. Anyway, Joshua Carl-Walden leading the way, ladies and gentlemen, and Jamie Nankervis sitting there in second place. Ruben Phelps with a great job in third place. Justin Witcher, Sam Katakuzanos, Dylan Butler and Ray Zerkut is 7. So it sounds like in my ear that Paul has everything sorted now, maybe, but Chicagoland Speedway. Ruben and I come off on a solid result last night. We're going to get a P1 and 2 in the Full Throttle Sim Racing League Truck Series. We did run here last night in the Truck Series, and Ruben showing a lot of pace early in this one as well, which is no surprise from the 06 Aussie Esports entry. Look out for those Southern Stars Esports racing cars as always. But Paul, I'm sure you're back on with me now, and good evening to you. And we're 9 laps into 134. Usually we're live a little bit early as Ruben Phelps getting really close into the back of Jamie Nankervis there, which allows Justin Witcher to get a good run. But we're usually live a lot earlier, but we had a few issues, and we're back live now. That's all that matters.
Yeah, not too sure what happened there. Hit the live button, we were underway, and the internet just died. So everything cut out. So I had to jump on the old reset on everything and get back as quick as we could, and then everything didn't want to work properly. So I think we got everything all working now. So we are set, and Sammy K there getting a good run on the outside there.
Yeah, now he's making the run on the inside of Ruben Phelps now through turns 3 and 4. You can see Justin Witcher just up in front of this little battle at the moment. But with the tyre wear in these next-gen cars and the way that iRacing has done it, sitting down that low line's not necessarily what's going to be quicker. Sam K not giving anything to Ruben there through turns number 1 and 2. Sammy K is going to need to just back off a little bit and allow himself to run this race to the end, because it is only 11 laps into 134, so doesn't need to race too hard too early. But it is still Joshua Carl-Walden that'll lead his way across the strike this time around. Justin Witcher in second. He's moved his way up into P2 now, so he's looking quite quick. Ruben Phelps now looking to make a move and try and get up to the front. Sam Katakuzanos, he's wanting to make a run. Ruben Phelps covers off on him down the back stretch there. So Sam Katakuzanos looking very racy early in a lot of these races lately, and that has not helped him with his results. But hopefully it'll help him tonight, and we'll see how he will go. So Ruben Phelps making the move now down the inside of Jamie Nankervis to take the third position. So it'll be Justin Witcher and Joshua Carl-Walden in front of Ruben Phelps as they make their way down the back stretch. Michael Shaw having a good run in this one as well. Qualified out of P10. He's up into P2 at the moment. So Michael Shaw doing a good job. P8, sorry. I got that wrong. P2. Michael Shaw doing a good job at the moment, and just sitting back there and just having a watch and brief over everyone at the moment. So if you are tuning in here on the InterSim Esports Network on a Friday night, we're probably not our sprightly selves, because we didn't think we were going to bring all the action to you. So we just connected in and could do that. So we do apologise, but comment on our streams, get us nice and involved in this, as Justin Witcher takes the lead now over Joshua Carroll-Walden. Ruben Phelps wanted to make a move to the front as well. So interesting racing here, Paul, in the next-gen cars. It's exactly what we've seen. It's a little bit like a supercar on ovals. It creates a lot of two-lane racing and a lot of drafting. That's exactly what we've been seeing tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And JCW, they're getting a real good run on the inside there to take back the lead from Justin. But bit of a gap there to Dylan Butler behind him. So Justin's just getting that run around the outside with a push from Ruben there. So Ruben will be looking to get past JCW there as well.
Yeah, and what we've seen is the car's getting really tight on the low line. So these guys are going to want to move their car up to the middle line. You can see Ruben there trying to get the job done on Justin. He just got a little bit tight through 3 and 4. Couldn't get that car rotated. So if he moves his car up to the outside line where he's trying to make that move again, whereas you watch Joshua Carroll-Walden here, he'll get a great run through 1 and 2 and get the draft. And there you go. There's the job done from Joshua Carroll-Walden. So that inside line, these cars are getting really tight early in this run. Well, we can say early. It's not that early. It's 17 laps in. But, yeah, the lower you go, especially around not even Chicagoland, but anything in these cars with the tyre wear now, you need to be able to manage that and sit back there. And we can see that now with Butler trying to make a move there on the inside. So Butler there in the VB entry up into the... Is that Butler? Hang on.
I don't think we have a Butler in the race here. So.
I've got a Dylan Butler on my live timing. So
yeah. We went back to the second pack here, Aiden. So we jumped back a pack here.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I was too busy looking at the front, so my apologies. And thank you, Kobe, for jumping in, doing a great job, lads. Well, we must say we're probably not doing a great job, but we'll keep bringing you all the action. And that's Brad Fenley, I believe, in the VB car, because I know that. And that's why when I was trying to talk about Butler, I'm like, that's not his livery. And you changed the cameras on me, just to throw it out there, mate.
Always blaming the cameraman.
Bloody oath. I've got nothing else to blame but for my incompetence, so I might as well blame you, mate. But anyway, it's a good little battle back here at the moment. And Adam Malone's a part of this one as well. Brad Fenley over the back of him as well. Tim Weston just in behind him. Maxi Marshall in behind him as well. So he's got Ben Chicane in behind him. So this is a good little battle pack at the back here. It's interesting to see that these guys have dropped so much off the front pack at the moment. So I don't know what these guys are doing, whether they're struggling with pace, especially Tommy Pritchard. He was up the top in practice. He's nowhere to be seen at the moment in the race. So does Tommy Pritchard know? Yeah, one hand Tommy Pritchard, if he knows something we don't. But if you want to know what one hand's about, just get on to Tom Pritchard through his socials and he'll be sure to let you know what one hand's about. But we go back to the front. Joshua Carroll-Walden trying to get a run around Justin Witcher at the front at the moment. It is still Ruben Phelps in the 3rd position and Jamie Nernkervis in the 4th position. But we're 23 now into 134. Feels like we have not been broadcasting for any time, and we're already 23 into 134. We usually bring you qualifying practice a whole lot, but We're already 23 into 134, and it is Joshua Carl-Walden leading the way. Thank you again, Kobe, for joining in on the broadcast. Good to see you here, mate. Feel free to jump into Discord. You can jump up into the broadcast booth and let all the people here on the IndySim Esports Network hear your voice, mate. Jump in, have a chat. We like having a chat, but Ruben Phelps really trying to make the move now on Joshua Carl-Walden around Chicagoland at the moment. But Paul, a lot of interesting things we need. Oh, as they get very close through turns 3 and 4 there. A lot of interesting things we need to bring to the viewers here on the IndySim Esports Network tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, and good to see JCW's fixed up a little bit of that side damage as we were knocking doors the other night on Wednesday night. So Ruben just looking to put a few more dents back in JCW's car there. But while we bring up some of these things, Aiden, why don't we get on to a little bit of trivia for the night, get things pumped up, get the broadcast happening, and get everyone involved.
Let's get going. All right, let's get going. We're going to bring a fun broadcast to you, ladies and gentlemen. It was a late broadcast, but we're going to bring a fun one. So I'm going to throw Paul right under the bus now. He brought up the trivia. What's your first trivia question, Paul?
Oh, okay. Well, that I thought you were going to ask me one, so I'm like, hang on, I thought I prepared one for you. So
yeah, prepare one for me. It's usually the other way around, so come on.
Alrighty, well, yeah. I know how you love your grandstands.
Oh, here we go.
So, Chicagoland.
Yep.
What is the height of the grandstands at Chicagoland?
Oh, are you kidding me?
How many stories high are the grandstands?
Oh, really? Oh, I got no idea.
Start counting them.
Let's just go 15 stories.
Alrighty, we're locking in 15 there, so...
Well, I'm looking from the bottom of the track to the top. Definitely not down the backstretch as you see right now, because there's some grandstands there, but as they go down the front stretch this time past, I think from the bottom, I wish we could look up to the top, but yeah, I'm going to go 15 stories. I'm just going to throw it out there. Yeah, look how high that is. That's going to be at least 15 levels of a building. So let's go 15 stories. I'm thinking. So
well,
what do we reckon for the viewers here on the IndySim Esports Network? So anyone tuning in here on the IndySim Esports Network, be sure to have your guess and see what you think. It's probably actually not 15. It's probably about 7. It looks about 7. I don't know. I just guessed. I got no idea. It's a bit like when you question me about the palm trees and coconuts, mate. Like it's just a guess. But we'll see how we go. But if anyone's tuned in here on the IndySim Esports Network, which we know that you are, because we can see you watching, how many levels do you think, how many stories are the grandstands here around Chicagoland? Chicagoland, a racetrack that's not used in the real world NASCAR schedule anymore. So that's a really good question by you, Paul, because it's not something that people would usually have a look at. So my guess was 15. What's yours, viewers? But I got a question for you, Paul. What's your guess? What do you think? I know you know the answer. So obviously you do know the answer. There's no way you'd ask me a question without knowing the answer.
Wow. I'm going to have to make an educated guess there.
Well, don't tell us the actual answer then. At least make it up.
Well, then I'll be wrong.
That's nothing unusual, mate. That's nothing unusual, mate. But...
Well, I'll just give the answer anyway, because I'm pretty sure you've Googled this one before we even started, because 15 is correct.
I didn't actually Google it. It's just a question that I've had from Prue months ago. So you actually just threw yourself under the bus. So, yeah, just one I hadn't used, but yeah, 15 stories is correct. So thank you, Aidan. Well done. If you want to sign my boobs later, just let me know. But we're still going live. We're having a bit of fun here on the In the Sim Esports Network. Back with Brad Fenley at the moment, but back to you, Paul.
Because you cheated, that's minus 1,000 points straight up.
Oh, well, that's right. I've been minus 1 million all season, so what's the difference? Even when I had the answers, I was getting them wrong, so I'm already back, so there's no difference. But we're on board there. Now, with Derek Jacobs, Derek back in the 17th position. He's got Andy Barber. Andy Barber, he's back a lot early in this one, lap 34 in. So these drivers, Andy Barber, unusual to see him back there at the moment. Don't know what these guys are thinking. So we'll see how this plays out.
Perhaps we can get our friend Derek Jacobs up in the booth here and find out why this.
Here we're going to throw under the bus right now, Paul. We're going to throw under the bus.
Well,
we'll move him up into the broadcast.
Well, hopefully he doesn't hit the wall, but that'll all be on you then.
Oh, yeah, righto. Thanks for that. Anyway, we'll move him up. We got Derek Jacobs in the broadcast booth. DJ, mate, I know you're trying to race at the moment, but you're back in the 17th position. You got AB, Andy Barber, in behind you. Mate, you're not usually back this far. Are you thinking a different strategy at the moment? What are you doing back there at the moment?
You know what? It's either going to play out two ways. Either we get lucky with the caution. What happened was we lost the draft a little early. Figured there might be a little mix-up, off within the first 5 laps. There wasn't, so we took a little bit of a gamble. So we might be able to make it up pitch strategy, but in the meantime, I'm just waving to all the pretty ladies as they drive by.
Oh, I know. I know Samantha's not in the stands anymore. I know you've upgraded to someone else because I know you and Paul. Who is it this time?
We're going to have to be quiet here because we are in the Windy City, you know what I mean? And Melissa, she's here in the Windy City, and boy, she loves it, and I love it too, especially when the wind blows here in the Windy City. She does a great job.
Well, I'm sure Samantha will have something to say about that, but
you know what? She'll be okay. When I get back into town, she'll be the one I give a call to. It's just the way it goes here.
Well, when you're a superstar driver for Southern Stars Esports, it doesn't surprise me. But, mate, I tell you what, with all these virtual ladies you got up in the stands, it's about time you have a solid result and actually pay them for all the support they give you.
You know what? It is about time. It's about time. I think I'm about due. But you know what gives me the advantage of is me getting taken out early. I get to spend a little bit more quality time with them, and they kind of enjoy that.
I've got nothing to that, Paul. Take over.
Well, I definitely wouldn't want to turn a black light on in your race trailer, that's for sure.
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't want to do that either. You never know what you might find, but you know what? Here in the number 99, we like to travel, we like to spread the love, and hopefully one of these days we can celebrate with a really nice victory.
Well, Aiden offered up his boobs to sign earlier, so if you're keen, then you got a set there.
You know what? I appreciate that, my friend.
Well, mate, it's an open offer because you are going to be my when I run the road to pro. You are going to be my crew chief. So, mate, you're going to be signing a lot of my boobs later, so you might as well start now.
Yeah, you might as well get to start early. Practice makes perfect, my friend.
Exactly right. But anyway, Derek, good to have you up here in the broadcast booth, mate. In a nice, fun time tonight instead of you being wrecked. And have some fun, mate. You're a part of an amazing team in the Southern Stars Esports racing team.
All the boys here at Southern Stars, we're all a great bunch of guys. We like to, compete with each other, but we also take care of each other. And, that's what we're all about here, teamwork and trying to put our cars up here in the podium for a little autograph session and, another kind of session if it falls down to that. So we'll have to see what we can do tonight.
Well, you talk about the Southern Stars Esports Racing boys, and I used to be your teammate as well, DJ. And you talk about the Southern Stars guys and all that type of stuff, but you're always racing these Australian leagues early in the morning there over in the United States of America. Well, as we've got the first pit stops at the moment. But DJ, a little bit of a shout out. What do you run over there in the United States of America outside of the Australian leagues? Because obviously you're really big on your open sets and things you do. Like, what do you run if there's people here watching our broadcast from the Australian or New Zealand side of things? Is there anything that they might be interested running in the American side of things, as we see now Sam Katakouzenos and Ruben Phelps go into pit lane?
Yeah, I actually run in several open leagues. I just missed the pit entry. That's okay. I just opened a big can of worms there. That way gives me more time to talk to my friends. So what happens is...
did we just stuff that up for you, mate? Sorry.
No worries. I could use a break anyways. So I run in several open leagues for the next gen series. And it's very, very competitive. Some professional drivers are in there, and I actually got a top 10 on the Wednesday night, our time, Thursday morning, Australian. So league just started. It's wintertime session, so we'll see what we can do.
Well, mate, we'll let you go back up and concentrate, because it feels like we've interrupted you enough, but it's always good to talk to you here on the Indocim Esports Network. You're absolute champion of a bloke, and great to have you up here, especially United States of America, early in the morning, supporting our Australian League. There's a lot of things you need to go back and watch this broadcast tonight on some special announcements that you will hear, and no doubt you'll be a part of that as well. But Derek Jacobs, the 99 entry from Southern Stars Esports Racing, thank you so much for allowing yourself up here on the broadcast, and we look forward to talking to you shortly.
Hey, my pleasure, gentlemen. Always a pleasure, and I look forward to racing with you guys in the future. And obviously, that I'll be right behind you coming up in the next series for the Road to Pro. So we'll be looking forward to good things here, my friend.
No doubt we will. But anyway, we'll let you go back and concentrate, and we'll bring all the action here on the Indocim Esports Network, mate. Have the best night you can. At worst, just have a great lot of fun.
I absolutely will. Thanks, guys.
Well, there we go, Blocker. We just threw DJ under the bus, I think.
Like I said, that's all on you there. So
it's not on me. No way it is on me. He missed his pit lane, but what a great bloke it is. He sacrifices his races, and he just has a great time, and he talks to us here on the Indocim Esports Network. And that's the pleasure of the iRacing community. Someone from all the way across the other side of the world having a great job, and how good it is talking to someone with that accent, and how good it is. And no wonder Samantha likes him.
Well, I think he's now onto Melissa, isn't he? So.
Well, we just don't know with DJ. We can't keep up. He's he's got everyone here in the iRacing server. He makes up his own people up into the grandstands, and it's Samantha, Melissa. It's probably going to be Denise next week. I got no idea, but
I was going to say maybe he's got Samantha on one arm and Melissa on the other. Like, there's enough Derek Jacobs to go around for the both of them.
Yeah, I'm sure his wife has something to say about that, but I'm sure she listens to the broadcast anyway and probably gets a good laugh out of it, because I tell you what, I hope you viewers are, because that just goes his sense of humour, and it's absolutely amazing. But it is Jamie Nankervis leading the way now over Justin Witcher. Phelps, he's in third. Darren McKenzie, Adam Malone rounding out your 5 positions. Michael Shaw there in 6th. So everyone's taken their compulsory pit stop at the moment. They've got another one to go. Joshua Calwarden's been through pit lane 42, but Anyway, now that we have spoken about that stuff, let's get on to the serious stuff, Paul. Let's have a chat. We said we had some secrets coming out here on the IndySim Esports Network. We've only got a couple of weeks left on the NASCAR Next Gen Series. We recently wrapped up the final round of the Blendline TV Pro Car GT Championship, which was a sensational final round from Bathurst. It was amazing to call. We obviously got the Ray White rule going to Australasian Supercar E-Series to bring to you here on the IndySim Esports Network for the remainder of their season going into the new year. But we did say we have some special announcements, and I think it is a time to possibly do that because we're getting into the final end of the simrigs.com NASCAR Next Gen Series, and we're getting into the final end of the Australasian Supercar E-Series. So I don't know about you, Paul. I think now's probably as good a time any to start talking about this and letting all the viewers know what's going on so they know where to find us here on the IndySim Esports Network and where we're going as a business moving forward.
Yeah, I think it's right. I know we did spill the beans that we had a few things coming up, and then we left everyone in suspense. So I don't think everyone was too happy with that. But Darren McKenzie's now taken the lead of this race here with Adam Malone in second. So the Southern Stars boys doing a great job to make their way through, as they were a fair way back as well in that second pack, and now they're at the front of this race.
And we've got Kobe Jordan in the green room. He's actually come up and wanted to have a chat, so let's bring him up. But we will bring you all that action. Let's bring Cobes up because Kobe's had a few issues with his foot and stuff, so he hasn't been able to race lately. So let's bring him up into the broadcast booth. Have a chat with Cobes. He is the man behind Inside Lane Productions. So let's bring Kobe up into the broadcast booth. Kobe Jordan, you got a copy, my friend?
I do, mate.
Good to have you up here, mate. We were just about to get all serious and tell everyone about what we're doing here on the IndySim Esports Network. But then I just saw you jump in and say you're ready to jump up and have a chat with us. So good to see you here. I know you've had a few issues with other stuff. I believe it was you with your foot or something that happened earlier, but the man behind Inside Lane Productions always supporting the Full Throttle Sim Racing Leagues, and then jumping up tonight and wanting to have a chat to us in the broadcast booth, mate. It's a pleasure to have you.
No worries. Thanks for having us, boys.
No worries at all. But let's quickly, before we have a chat to you more, Cobes, let's go across and put the announcement out on what we're going to say. So how do we do this, Paul? Are you going to lead the way?
Well, we've got a few announcements, so I don't know which one we're starting with here.
Well, yeah, we do actually. All right, so we'll start with the first announcement. So I'm going to lead the way. Don't know why I've thrown myself under the bus. But, first announcement out is, I know you guys love listening to us here on the IndySim Esports Network, and 100% from Paul and myself and everyone, from the bottom of our heart, we love bringing you all the action, and we do love all the interaction that everyone has, and it brings us a lot of joy to be able to bring all the action. I know we're talking a little bit now while the racing's going on, but we're just going to take this opportunity. But we do need to announce that at the end of the simrigs.com NASCAR Next Gen Series and at the end of the Australasian Supercar E-Series, the IndySim Esports Network will be taking a break from broadcasting for 3 or 4 months, at least. As you know, Paul and I are avid racers. Obviously, I'm the team owner of Aussie Esports. Paul is the team owner of, I'm not even going to say it because I always get it wrong, but we're avid racers and we like to support the iRacing community as well. And as you heard with Derek Jacobs before, I'm very serious about my iRacing as well, and I'm going for the road to pro, which is the World Championship and all that type of stuff. So we've decided to take a step back from the broadcast perspective for at least the next 3 or 4 months. And we do apologise about that, because I know you love watching us here on the IndySim Esports Network. And in saying that, we're not going to go anywhere. We're going to bring you all special broadcasts. We're going to give you everything. So from a broadcast perspective, though, in the short term to medium term, we will not be broadcasting at least until about March or April next year. I know Paul and I have enjoyed bringing you all the action here on the IndySim Esports Network. We started in only June this year, Paul, and we started by creating our own series and our own broadcast, and we've just grown to where we are so quickly by the support of all the amazing people around us here in the iRacing community, and all of those drivers and people are the people you're seeing on your screens here tonight. So if it wasn't for these people, we would not be in the position we are. So we do thank those guys, and then, of course, everyone here on the IndySim Esports Network. I get a little bit choked up, Paul, because we do put a lot of effort in, and it becomes your baby, and you really do like creating the content, and you don't want to walk away from something that I honestly believe we do a great job with. But at some point, we need to be able to concentrate on what we need to do through our own personal life. And obviously, we're both racers, and at the end of the day, if we're broadcasting all the time, we can't race. So that is part one to the story, if you just want to jump in, Paul.
Hang on, I've just got to find my tissue here, wipe away the tears. But no, it's been quite a ride, so to speak. So yeah, as you mentioned, we started our own series and started our own broadcast, and 6 months later we're still here, and broadcasted a range of other leagues as well, leading on from our own league that we put on. And yeah, just a couple of seasons of the Australasian Supercar E series, and a couple of seasons of the next gen series that we're on with tonight, and also the Blendline TV championship we picked up as well. So it's been great to get to know a few other racers on iRacing as well, and just see the caliber of the standard, like all the drivers that are out there as well. And it's just sort of been sitting here taking notes, and as we have been sitting here, that's given us a bit of time to reflect, and yeah, just want to get our cars back out on the track a little bit more, and have another run. So as we said, you can't do both, you can only do one or the other. So with the wind up of the leagues coming up to Christmas, and everyone's going to be spending time with their family and friends and that, we thought what better way to take a couple of months off, and we'll do a little bit of racing as well, and then be able to revamp the studio a bit and the broadcast, and come back again.
Yeah, we'll definitely be back. There's no way that this is calling the curtains on the IndySim Esports Network, because I think we create an amazing platform here for all the viewers on the IndySim Esports Network. We're definitely not closing the doors, but for the short to medium term, we're going to be concentrating on our own aspects of racing. Paul and I, really good friends, will continue to be that, but yeah, we'll go back to the racing. But some of the amazing things we've done here on the IndySim Esports Network, if we just go back and reflect, the race for Jake was a really big thing, and it was an absolute privilege here on the IndySim Esports Network to be able to bring that to all the viewers. Darren McKenzie, who's currently leading the race at the moment, his late son, Jake McKenzie, that was an absolute pleasure to bring here on the IndySim Esports Network. And you talk about choking up, Paul, but to have a gentleman to be able to trust in us, to be able to bring a legacy of his family and his son to the viewers and to do it justice, and I'd like to think we did that. It was an absolute privilege here on the IndySim Esports Network, and I'm sure you'd second that.
Yeah, for sure, and that was one of our first big events there as well. You know, Red Kite, the big major sponsor for that as well, and the all of the fundraising everyone did for the sponsor for that, and the donations to Red Kite.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what it was all about. And we do see Darren McKenzie leading at the moment, so isn't that funny? We go and talk to him and talk about him, and he's back at the front. But yeah, it was an absolute pleasure, and I am getting a bit choked up, Paul. I know you joked about it a little bit, but it is a little bit of a hard time because, you know, you do put a lot of effort in the background. You obviously put all the effort into the background of all the cameras and all that type of stuff. I do a lot of the talking and all that type of stuff, but it does mean a lot. And yeah, but then we're going to go back racing, and then I'm going to be on a broadcast winning. So what's the difference? But anyway, there's my own little bit self-promotion.
Well, here I was going to offer you the tissue box, but now that
I've already used them.
Well, I don't want to know what you used them for.
Oh my God, are we there? Are we there? I think Samantha's borrowed Derek's, but anyway, we'll worry about that. But so anyway, that's the story here on the IndySim Esports Network. We will not be broadcasting into the new year in the short term. We will be bringing you special events because we're going to go back and we're going to do what we do well, and we're going racing. And we want to be up on the broadcasts and showing you what we do well. Kobe Jordan, of course, still up here in the broadcast booth. Kobe, of course, jump in and chat to us, mate. That's a big announcement, and feel free to get in amongst it, mate.
Thanks, guys. These two guys seem to be doing a pretty good job. I'll just jump in where I can.
Well, while we've got Kobe up in here, I think we better get another trivia question going, Aiden.
Oh, do it, because I know I got the last one right, because Prue gave it to me about 6 weeks ago, and Brad Ellison jumped into the chat and goes, what the devil was Prue thinking to ask you that question months ago? Well, the thing you need to know about Prue, Brad, is she's a thinker, and she's a really deep thinker, and she loves her motorsports. She'll look about every question she can. Even though I can't get them right when the answer's right in front of me, she really loves it. So that's the only reason why I knew the answer to that question. Don't ask me why I retained that information. That's because I don't even know what day it is usually, but I retained that one. So anyway, Paul, and second question of the night, we're going to throw it straight across to Kobe, mate.
Well, I'm going to have to find something that's not on your page there that you're cheating off.
I've got nothing in front of me, my friend. I promise you.
Alrighty then. NASCAR Cup Series records at Chicagoland.
What's the question?
Well, I'm just deciding here. What do we want? So,
you're still Googling.
Well, I've got to Google a question, don't I? So here we go. So I'll let you pick which you want to go for here. Most wins, most top
Cobes can
fives.
pick. He's the special guest, so Cobes can pick.
Alrighty. So most wins, most top fives, most top tens, starts, poles, most laps led, average start or average finish, or average driver rating, or most DNFs.
Well, so you've got about 24,000.
So you can choose one out of there, and then we'll see.
We don't want to make it too hard on the audience. We'll just go with most wins.
Alrighty.
Right.
So
I've
NASCAR.
got my instant answer.
Well, you've obviously got this, don't you?
No, I don't. It's just my thoughts. Anyway, Cobes has got to go first, though.
Oh, I've got to answer it. Oh God. Can I get a hint?
No, that's not how we work here. You gotta look like an idiot here on the IndySim Esports Network.
All right then. I'll give you a hint. The most wins was 3 at Chicagoland.
Ooh, okay. So it opened in 2001, so it's a newer driver.
It's actually a really easy question. But anyway.
Was it Junior? Dale Earnhardt Jr.? No.
Well, I can't actually say no because I haven't said my answer yet. So. Let's ask the viewers. I can see Mark Joe and Brad Elson tuning in here on the Insumi Sports Network. What do you guys think? Most wins around Chicagoland. Who is the driver at the moment? Tune in. Let us know here on the Insumi Sports Network as we're live 79 laps into 134.
Well, Brad Elson there commenting that we should stick to broadcast and forget driving. From his experience, both of us are too hard to catch. But
I think that is the biggest amount of rubbish I've ever heard in my life. But thank you so much, Brad.
Well, watching a video today from Aiden and Prue's Media Cube that got posted up there on Weekend Warriors season there. There was a very nice clip there, Brad, that you and I will remember very well.
Here we go. We're going to create contention. Here we go. I was a part of that race, and I was actually right behind that incident. So, yeah, anyway, you keep going, Paul.
Yeah, there's a very nice clip there. You just had to throw that in there, didn't you? Where Brad and I were at the front and ended up crashing into each other there, and my tyre getting a bit bent and stuck under my car and ruining the race.
It was very interesting to watch. I can say that it was, very interesting from behind. But we'll go back to the question because, if anyone's looking and want to see what we're talking about, go to Aiden and Prue's Media Cube on Facebook and have a look because, or Weekend Warriors, and have a look and see Paul wreck himself. But that'll be. You took me out. Brad Ellison says on the broadcast too. So Brad's chiming in now saying you took him out. So here we go. You've started something.
Well, not only did I take him out, but I ended up taking myself out of the next couple of races too. But we're not going to go there with that one.
No, but Jaso's jumped into the broadcast as well. Jace Holdsworth leading the open trucks. As much as I hate that by every little bone of my body, because run fixed, brother, I'll smash it every night of the week. But anyway, there's a little bit of a shot, Jaso, but you'll love that one. But Jace Holdsworth jumping into the chat. He goes, would have to be Kyle Busch or Danny Hamlin. So that's Jaso's thought. So I know my answer.
We'll go back to Kobe. You've had a bit of time to think about that one, so you've got another answer for us there, Cobes?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Jace and say Kyle Busch.
You've been Googling.
Well,
no.
Well, what's your
you're
answer
going
there,
Kyle. It's definitely Kyle Busch with 3.
Well, you're all wrong.
It can't be.
You're all wrong.
No, you've made it up now. You're making something up.
Well, hang on. This
so
is.
You want to jump into the broadcast, and this is the rubbish you need to be absolutely exposed to because it's Kyle Busch with 3.
Well, wrong. But in brackets here, it actually says as of the 30th of June 2019. So I might have neglected that one, but that comes up as Tony Stewart.
Well, looks like we're all going to be wrong, and we can just talk about palm trees and coconuts again because we got no idea what the right answer is, even though we got it right in front of us. So, anyway, I would go Kyle Busch. I reckon, Cobes, you're a bang on the money. But Paul, I asked the question, so we can't argue with the person who asked the question, can we? So, we've got a caution. We're too busy talking crap here, and 87 laps into 134, we got a caution. So,
I think we should let Kobe do the honours here of the replay.
Do it, Cobes. So you're going to lead us in to the simracermerch.com instant replay, mate. I know we're going to do the inside lane production. Inside Lane Productions instant replay. You're the owner of Inside Lane Productions, mate. So lead them into the to the replay, mate.
Who did the crash?
You don't worry about that.
We'll
You just
find
say,
out.
we're just going to go back to the Inside Lane Production. My name is Kobe Jordan, the owner of Inside Lane Productions. We'll go back to the Inside Lane Productions replay and see what brought out the caution for tonight.
Back to
All
the
yours.
Inside Lane Productions replay. See who caused the incident.
I think he did it better than you, Aiden.
You need to call it now, Cobes.
Yeah, I got to bring it up on my screen. I can't find who had the crash.
It's
It's
Joshua
not even
Carwalden
watching
in the
it.
35.
JCW.
JCW coming out of pit lane. Cobes, great job, mate, trying to do that, but you got literally thrown under the bus and you did a great job. But Kobe Jordan there from Inside Lane Productions trying to promote his own replay, and I'll just do it for him because that's what I'm paid to do. So Inside Lane Productions instant replay there. The man Kobe Jordan in the broadcast booth with us tonight, but it was Joshua Carwalden coming out of pit lane that time around. Just getting a little bit loose and spun it around. That's what brought out the caution. So unfortunate there for JCW there, Paul.
Yeah, definitely. And I think earlier in the last pit stop, he actually might have taken out the cone there as well, which is why he dropped back a fair bit. But yeah, not the night for JCW there. But Darren McKenzie, he actually pitted before that caution, so he's come back around and he'll be looking to still be on the lead of this race.
He will. Let's bring someone up into the broadcast booth, though. Let's do something different. We spoke to DJ. He's pretty much spoken to everyone in the grandstands. He just does that. Let's bring Adam Malone. He's in second at the moment. Let's just bring him up into the broadcast booth unannounced. You know, we only got a couple of broadcasts left. Let's bring him up. He's not going to like this, but let's do it. AM Adam Malone, mate. Aiden in the broadcast booth. I brought you up unannounced. Have you got a copy?
I've got a copy, buddy.
How are you, champion? You're in second position now. You're going into pit lane at the moment. How's the number 4 Southern Stars Esports Racing outfit looking tonight?
Yeah, it's looking all right. It's just a bit worried about fuel. I think we have to do another splash and dash.
And how's the other boys looking? I know we brought DJ up into the booth earlier and we pretty much threw him under the bus because he missed his pit lane entry. So hopefully we don't do that to you tonight. Looks like you've just got out of pit lane nice and cleanly with Justin Witcher just in front of you and Brian Bullock as well. But how you feeling in number 4 tonight, mate? You've been doing really well lately. Got the wood on me the other week in trucks, and you've been doing really well lately, mate. You're nice and consistent. You're always fast, but you've actually been converting to some nice, solid results. So how are you feeling tonight?
Yeah, feeling pretty comfortable tonight. I just trying to stay out of trouble, really. That's the name of the game, really. Just try to keep it clean and stay out of trouble.
What about the big Daz in the 0-2, mate? Darren McKenzie, always fast, always quick. What's he got coming for the rest of the field here for Southern Stars Esports Racing? And you can never forget Andy Barber in the 5 as well.
No, yeah. Oh, mate, it's just I'm just trying to concentrate.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, just the same thing. Just trying to get him over the line for a win, hopefully, or at least on the podium would be good for Darren. I'm not sure who he's got to try to beat tonight, but yeah, we're just trying to accomplish that at the moment.
Well, I can tell you, and I shouldn't really tell you here on the NSM Esports Network, but it's one of our final calls as you're about to go green this time around. Norman Clark come into the round leading. So you're leading him over at the moment. So just try and go as good as you can, and you'll be right as Michael Shaw takes us off the pole. But we'll let you go back and up and concentrate, mate, and hopefully we're talking to you at the end of the broadcast.
Yeah, thanks, Adam.
No worries, Ads.
See you, mate.
All right, so there we go. Adam Malone, as we're about to go green here for the second or third time, he'll be out of P number 4. Michael Shaw starting off the pole this time around. So Shaw's had a quiet race and found himself up into the front. He pitted through the caution that time around, and he is right at the front and in contention to lead this race, gentlemen.
Well, taken outsides only.
That's the wrong button there. I have some inside
lane production.
Inside goss here for fuel strategy and pit stop strategy here, if I'm correct. So, as Adam Malone there mentioned, he was worried about fuel, might need to do another pit stop, but it was Shorey who actually did 45 laps to a tank before he stopped in that first green flag pit stop. So I think Shorey was one of the last ones to pit there at lap 45. So it's possible that they can get home now without needing to stop again.
Yeah, possibly, but Shorey's put himself in a good position to be able to convert on that early strategy. Billy Hickey just tuning into the chat as well. Good evening to you, Billy, from New Zealand. Thank you for tuning in, my friend. Darren McKenzie, Brian Bullock, Adam Malone, Justin Witchy are 5, but Billy Hickey, good evening to you, mate. Be good to see you back in the Oval Series. We've got another big thing to bring to you here on the end. Oh, there's an incident in the background. Is that going to bring out a caution? Looks like all the drivers are getting through there. Oh, no, there's going to be a caution. Maxi Marshall in the background. Derek Jacobs is a part of that as well. Joshua Carroll Walden a part of that. So we're going to go caution for the second time tonight. And it's going to allow us to bring up the Inside Lane Productions instant replay for all your things that you need, whether it be paints, anything to do with... Kobe, it's your chance. What's Inside Lane Productions about, mate? What do you offer? What do you do, mate? It's your business, your replay. It's your chance up here in the broadcast booth as we go to the Inside Lane Productions instant replay. What do you offer, mate? And let the viewers know where they can find you and what you do.
Okay, so we're a 3D printing farm. We offer 3D printing services. We do have a couple of sim racing products that we do, but we also can do custom jobs for clients and prototyping for people who are developing their own products. Yeah, that's pretty much all we do is 3D printing. So we do FDM printing and we do resin printing. So the resin printing we can print in 4K resolution, so that's good for your tabletop type figurines and stuff. And then the FDMs are good for your more functional parts.
So from the sim racing world, do you do anything in relation to that? Can people get iRacing paints? Can people get like digital photos? Can people get anything like that? Or it's all to do with the real world stuff in resin printing and digital printing and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's all real world stuff. So we've got the button boxes, the steering wheels, the sequential shifters, and we're in the middle of developing a handbrake.
Okay, so from the viewers watching here on the InSim Esports Network, if they're in the market for a button box or a sequential shifter, I know I'm in the market for a sequential shifter, so I'll be definitely talking to you, Kobe, in the coming days. But if they're in the market for those type of things, where can they find you, mate, and how can they have a chat with you?
Just hit us up on our Facebook page would be the best way to get in contact. Inside Lane Productions. Messages through there, and yeah, we'll get what you need done.
No worries at all. Well, if you are tuned in here on the InSim Esports Network, I can see Dave Douglas, the big Double D, tuning in as well. Good evening to you, Double D.
Oh, he's on the doorbell there.
Good. Look forward to having a run with you tomorrow night, my friend. But good to see you here on the broadcast. Yeah, if you're looking for any of that type of stuff, sequential shifters, resin printing, anything like that Kobe did just mention, be sure to get a hold of the guys at Inside Lane Productions. And of course, as Kobe said, that's Inside Lane Productions on Facebook. You can Google them, you can find them. Support the people that support the iRacing community, because without those people, we don't get to bring you all the action we do here on the IndySim Esports Network. Although it is coming to an end very shortly for what will be a short term. I know Kobe will be involved in what will be another announcement that we will bring to you very shortly. But yeah, definitely support the people that support our iRacing community, because without these people supporting these leagues, you would not see anything that you see here on the broadcast, whether it be us or other broadcasters around the world that do a great job. You would not see anything. So please support them. But it is still Michael Shaw leading the way over Darren McKenzie, Adam Malone, Tim Weston, and Brian Bullock, guys. As it's now quiet, so I'll keep talking.
Well, we know how much you love talking, so...
well, let me at least... hang on. Okay, I changed my rooms to Facebook under duress, Mark. I don't know. We've got people talking in our Facebook chats now, and I can't keep up. But it will be Michael Shaw leading the way to the green this time around. Second time tonight that Michael Shaw's led the way to the green. I think he's good to the end, 98 of 134. It's definitely going to be tight on fuel, but we'll see how that goes. It will be DM Darren McKenzie on the outside of that front row. No surprise to see 0-2 there. Don't be surprised we see him at the point at the end of this race. Adam Malone, that we spoke to just earlier there on the inside, Darren McKenzie's teammate there, out of P3. It will be Tim Weston out of P4. Look out for Phelpsy there on the outside of the third row from Dunedin, New Zealand. He will definitely be there at the end of this one. We've got Brian Bullock there on the inside as well. Jamie Nankervis up there early, but he's just sort of navigated his way back into the 7th position at the moment. So we'll see whether Jamie Nankervis has anything for the boys at the front as this race goes on. So now the pace car is in. It's in the hands of Michael Shaw, and Michael Shaw has jumped nice and early, as we saw him do that earlier in the last restart. That's really going to make him succumb to the draft as they come onto the back straight here at Chicagoland Speedway this time around. But these guys are fighting too wide in the background. We'll see what happens as Adam Malone gets a jump over Darren McKenzie, his teammate, and Ruben Phelps just getting hung out to dry there on the inside without that draft. So that's all helping Michael Shaw up the front at the moment. So we'll see how they go as they come out of turns 3 and 4 this time around and come across the strike. It is going to be Michael Shaw leading the way once again over Adam Malone, Darren McKenzie. Ruben Phelps has just fallen in behind now and trying to keep it a little bit one lead. Ruben Phelps still trying to pinch that car down onto the inside line. Not going to help him in the long run here. But we'll see. He might feel a little bit more comfortable as Adam Malone. See that outside line there with Darren McKenzie getting a nice push. Adam Malone's going to pass Michael Shaw on the outside line as they come across the strike this time around. Not quite close enough to take it this way across the strike through turns number 1 and 2 this time. Don't be surprised we see Adam Malone and Darren McKenzie possibly past Michael Shaw on the inside line. But I tell you what, Michael Shaw showing a lot of pace there on the inside line. Not going to help in the long run here, I wouldn't suggest, but I'm just a commentator at the moment, and Ruben Phelps trying to take that low line as well. But Michael Shaw retains that lead at the moment. It is still Darren McKenzie and Adam Malone trying to battle on the outside at the moment. They're going to be persistent on that outside line, and they're going to hope that that mid to outside line comes in, because they're not going to run on the low line. If they run on the low line at the moment, they're not going to be able to get that job done, although right now they got that run. So they've now made the move on Ruben Phelps. Ruben Phelps now back into P4. You can see they're still running that midline line. Good job, Aiden. Midline line there. They're running that, and they're going through to the outside through 1 and 2. It might look like that they're sacrificing a little bit of speed there, but see how much they drag down the back straight. If they continue to do that, it looks like Adam Malone's had enough. He wants to run for the lead of this motor race, and Darren McKenzie's going to follow him. there and see if they can get the job done on Michael Shaw. Michael Shaw's not going to let him have it easily, although, yeah, he's just going to stay on the outside there of Darren McKenzie. What's Ruben Phelps going to do there in the background as well? Is he going to be happy to follow Michael Shaw through turns number 1 and 2? He's just sitting there on the mid-line. He's going to want to push Michael Shaw down the back straight on the outside line as well. So now it's pretty much changed. So where we saw Darren McKenzie and Adam Malone concentrating on that outside line, it's now changed to Adam Malone and Darren McKenzie being pushed down on that inside line. And we're going to see a little bit of an opposite thing here where Ruben Phelps and Michael Shaw come around the outside, and you can see how much that momentum plays a part here around Chicagoland Speedway, especially in the next-gen cars. So the two Southern Stars Esports cars on the inside there at the front getting boxed down in the inside of the racetrack. So you can see Darren McKenzie, that is playing with fire right there. That is race tactics from Darren McKenzie. That's not something that he's not deliberately done. He's tried to push Ruben Phelps up and not allow him to get a run around the outside. Darren McKenzie could keep the car on the inside. That is race tactics, but that is what motorsport is, and that is what's so good about this simrigs.com NASCAR Next Gen Series, because we've got, see, Darren McKenzie's doing the exact same thing again, just trying to push Ruben Phelps up high, not allowing him to get a run. But the more Darren does that, that's going to sacrifice his own run and not allow him to have a long run here on his tyres. But I tell you what, Darren McKenzie definitely wanted to protect Adam Malone there at the front. And who would blame him? Ruben Phelps going 3 wide, and we're going to have contact down the back straight. And there it is. There it is. That's the pressure. That's the pressure right there. Darren McKenzie pushing Ruben Phelps up. Ruben had no other opportunity. If he wanted to make a move, he had to try and make that move, and there was just no room there. No one given an inch, and that's brought out the next caution of the night, and that brings us straight across to Kobe, because we're at the Inside Lane Productions instant replay.
Looks like they've just gone 3 wide, and Ruben's come down on Darren, bit of contact, and round they went. 2 doesn't go into 1.
Well, on that occasion, 3 doesn't go into 1, because Ruben getting the run there on the inside. I'm not going to be biased here, as Ruben's my teammate. He was getting the run through the middle there, and it just looked like 3 cars trying to go into the one spot. Ruben was probably feeling a little bit pressured, because Ruben actually didn't get into Michael Shaw there. He had nowhere to go. But Ruben probably feeling a little bit pressured because Darren was not making it easy. We saw Darren last night in another race. He did the exact same thing to me, actually. So, Darren, if you're watching this, we know what you're doing. But, yeah, he's done that. And
looks like,
but in
looks
saying
like,
that, that's right. That's right.
Just going to jump in here. I think there could be a bit of Aussie and Southern Stars rivalry now going on the track here after this. Could be game on between you guys.
I actually disagree, because I actually think the guys at Southern Stars Esports Racing are absolutely great guys. So there is none of that. But I tell you what, they race hard, and that's what we go racing for, is it not?
100%.
So if we're not racing hard and we're not trying to race and win, then why are we racing? So, yeah. It was unfortunate. I'd much rather see them not get into that incident, or at least not hit a wall, so they could keep running to the end of this one. But how about we go and have a chat with Darren, because Darren's probably the man to speak to. Let's not speak to my teammate Ruben Phelps. Let's speak to Darren and see what he thinks about that incident. Let's bring him up into the broadcast booth and see what he thinks about the incident. So we brought Darren McKenzie up into the broadcast booth. Dazza, mate, we're not going to throw you under the bus. We've spoken to DJ, we've spoken to Adam, now we're speaking to you. You're pushing Ruben a bit high there for a couple of laps. Ruben got the run through the middle, 3 cars going into 1. Probably not the way you wanted all your nights to end tonight, at least on that way.
Nah, probably not the smartest to move to try and go through the middle. But it happens. We're racing hard. Yeah, I was pushing him a little high. I needed a bit more room to get around that corner.
Yeah, definitely. We could see that in the broadcast for sure. We could see you were pushing a little bit high when you were running lower, but that's what racing is, mate. It is all about racing, and that's what it's all about. And Ruben obviously got the run there through the middle. Michael Shaw on the outside. It probably shouldn't have ended that way, but I bet you're disappointed there for the Southern Stars Esports Racing 0-2 because you definitely were in a contention to take the win tonight.
Oh, yeah, there was easy podium there for the grabs. Like I said, it happens. You have your good races and your bad races. So tonight, it just didn't go my way.
Well, mate, how you doing damage-wise, though? You're in pit lane at the moment. We do see you're a lap or so down. You still be able to get back out there and try and salvage some kind of result. And you've got Adam Malone at the moment still. He's actually leading the way to the green this time around over Michael Shaw. So still another Southern Stars Esports Racing team member up the front of this one. But are you still able to get out and get a nice solid result tonight?
Yeah, I still got, it's 4 minutes total, so got about a minute and a half left at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to go a lap or two down, but I'll still get a finish.
No worries at all. But well, they're under yellow, mate, and you're sitting in pit lane. Big shout out to your sponsors, mate. A little bit of a chance. You've moved across to Southern Stars Esports Racing just a couple of months ago. It's a great fit, obviously. Great team that you guys have that's they're about to go green this time around. A little bit of a shout out where you're in pit lane to everyone involved from Southern Stars Esports Racing.
Yeah, we got SkyPoint, Mish's XL Garage, and there's always this one I forget. Sorry, the third one. It's escaped me again.
Tiona Holiday Parks.
Tiona, you see, you know my sponsors better than I do.
I hear them every week, mate. But
well, you can remember sponsors, Aiden, but you can't remember car paints. Come on.
No, I can't. I'm a simple man with simple needs, mate. You know that. Darren knows that too. But Darren, good luck anyway, mate. Get back out there, cut some laps, and good to have you up here in the broadcast nonetheless, even though your night ended in a way you wouldn't have liked.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, still cheering Adam on, so hopefully we can still get the win, at least a podium.
No worries. We'll let you go back and cheer Adam on and possibly point him to the win in this one, mate. But there we go, Darren McKenzie in the 0-2 Southern Stars Esport Racing entry. And speaking of Adam Malone, he's now taken the lead off the start over Michael Shaw, 112 into 134. Dave Douglas has gone shush on the broadcast, so don't know what he means there, but probably because I'm talking too much.
No, he knows why. He knows what he did last night.
Oh, did Dave Douglas get into something last night?
Yeah, he cost Barry and I a P1 and 2.
Dave Douglas, you bad man. Bad man, Double D. I tell you what, you got some explaining to do, but no, you're all right, D.
It's my bubble, Dave. Stay away from my air bubble and stop slowing me down.
It's not Dave's fault. He's bloody good at what he does, but anyway. It's racing. But anyway, we've got more things to bring to you here on the InterSim Esports Network. Not only are we not broadcasting as Shawry does, Michael Shaw does lead the way again. Ruben Phelps trying to make the move on Adam Malone on the inside. We've got some more news to bring to you here on the InterSim Esports Network, as much as we're not broadcasting for a couple of months. Myself, a little bit of self-promotion. I will be taking over all the Full Throttle racing leagues, and it will no longer be Full Throttle. It will be the global iRacing leagues, and we'll be doing some different things, and I'll be running that as well as obviously supporting the best NASCAR league in Australia, being NASCAR, and of course the Weekend Warriors on a Saturday night if I do have time to run it. There will be leagues, so if you are looking at doing some things, here's a bit of self-promotion. There will be an IndyCar series on a Monday night, like the Real World Series, as Adam Malone just makes the move now on the inside of Michael Shaw for the lead of the motor race. So there will be, and Ruben Phelps trying to make the move there as well. There will be a Real World IndyCar series on a Monday night. We will be running a Gen 6 series as per the Real World schedule in NASCAR on a Tuesday night. We were going to run the next Gen series, but with NASCAR running that, we spoke to Edward, and after consultation with him, we thought it'd be a good idea to possibly give people an option to keep running the Gen 6 in another league. So they won't be these cars. They'll be the Gen 6 on a Tuesday night. And then on a Friday night, we will be running something different. So it might be Legends on an oval. It might be anything on an oval. It definitely won't be NASCAR stuff. It might be a bit of dirt stuff. It might be a little bit of dirt stuff, but we don't know. But be sure when this does change over on the 12th of December, be sure to tune in. I'm actually thinking of doing some road dirt, some stadium stuff, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. It depends what creates the numbers. I do want to create a little bit of a fun Friday, and it will be broadcast on a Friday night. And I want to be able to create a fun Friday where you can let your hair down and actually race fun instead of just doing this ovals. As much as we love the ovals here, do something different, because I know a lot of people here on the InterSim Esports Network do like running different stuff. Myself, I'm getting a little bit more involved in the supercar side of things. I come from a road racing background and do enjoy that. So we're getting a lot of comments now that I'm making these things. So we're getting a lot of interest. Yes.
Aiden, switch up series comeback.
There could be a switch up series comeback, Paul. So there's the idea. We started with the switch up series. There could be an idea, but I'm not sure we do that.
I'm just reading the comments here as well. Bill Hickey there. If you want to race, and you got to stay off the roof of your car.
Yeah, the thing about Bill Hickey, great guy. If anyone wants to know anything about Billy Hickey, real estate agent out of New Zealand, great at what he does, runs oval, generally ends up on his lid more times than he does normally. But with all due respect, Billy, love you, mate. You're a great guy. You've been doing great in the New Zealand Supercar Series that you've been running. You've been focusing a lot on the road stuff lately, and you've been doing a great job. So it'd be really good to see you back on the oval side of things. It'd be great to have you in anything, because you definitely are a great adage to everything oval. So thanks for tuning in. But yeah, ouch. Yeah, definitely ouch, mate. You just threw yourself under the bus. You comment here on the InterSim Esports Network. You definitely open yourself up for a lot of sledging, and that's exactly what you did. So
there's only a few weeks left. There's only a few weeks left, Aiden. So I think with everyone, the hats are off. Everyone's going under the bus now.
Oh yeah, we're throwing everyone under the bus. Kobe's here. He's being really quiet because he knows if he talks, he's going to get thrown under the bus.
Well, he already did. That's why his foot's all messed up, see?
Yeah, but I find that is no commitment from Kobe, because he's got another foot. So it's sim racing. It's not that hard. Just turn left and accelerate. And no commitment there from Kobe, but commitment tonight here on the InterSim Esports Network. But I tell you what, Michael Shaw still leading the way into this one. 123 and 134. The 07 of Michael Shaw in a great position to get a win tonight. This is going to be a long overdue win for Michael Shaw if he can get this one done. But I tell you what, Ruben Phelps isn't going to let him have it his own way there. Adam Malone's dropped off a little bit into the background. Jamie Nankervis sitting in fourth. Norman Clarkey, championship leader, in fifth. So Norman Clark, great job here tonight. He had a few incidents, went a lap down earlier, and he's just kept consolidating his position. But I tell you what, the racer of the night so far is Michael Shaw in the lead of this motor race.
Yeah, definitely impressed with the pace Shaw is showing tonight. Real contender to take out the win here, and he's definitely making it hard for the other boys behind him.
Good to see him up the front. He hasn't had the best of luck this season.
Yeah, it is. It's great to see Michael Shaw up the front. And Michael Shaw is the owner of the Full Throttle Sim Racing Leagues that we've had the pleasure of bringing a lot of content to the viewers. And, you know, running a league is not easy. You obviously have a lot of people with opinions, and it's probably got to Michael a little bit, but he's always a big supporter of iRacing, and he always does the best for everyone that wants to run. And it's really great to see him at the front at the moment. We really hope he can hold on to this lead over Ruben Phelps. As much as Ruben Phelps is my teammate, I'm absolutely really excited to see Michael Shaw leading this motor race. And from the time we were probably cautioned 2-3 times ago, he's pretty much been unheaded at the front. He's shown a lot of pace, and now we're 126 into 134. He's put that 0.7 in a really good spot to try and get a good, solid result tonight.
He's only got to hold on for another 18 laps. I think he's getting a bit of a tow from the lap cars in front of him. 8 laps, is it?
Yeah, 8 laps. We're 127 into 134. He got a little bit of a tow there by Darren McKenzie. Darren McKenzie, obviously, with a bit of damage after we spoke to Darren earlier. So he's just trying to circulate at the moment and try and get some points. Rubens, getting really tight through the middle of 3 and 4 that time around. That's going to allow Adam Malone to get a run up the inside. Michael Shaw could see that coming, but now he can see Adam Malone on the inside. So Michael's going to have to just open that steering wheel. So there you go. That's how tight these cars are getting through the corner. It was Michael Shaw leading the way through turns 3 and 4 that time. But have a look at that outside light. Just completely hook up and just leaves Adam Malone for dead there. So we'll see what happens with Ruben Phelps coming through 3 and 4 this time around. But Michael Shaw still doing a great job. There's something about Chicagoland and the NASCAR Next Gen with Michael Shaw tonight, because this is a race we have not seen from the 0.7 of Michael Shaw for a very long time. It's been a race coming for Michael Shaw, and hopefully he can keep this and have a solid result. But like I said, boys, Ruben Phelps will not let him have it his own way. We're 129 into 134.
Just got to navigate a few more lap cars. I think you'll have it in the bag.
Yeah, well, they got Maxi Marshall now at the moment. He's going to navigate his way through. He's going really low there. He's going to get tight through the centre of 1 and 2. As you see, Ruben Phelps had to check up there. That's going to allow Adam Malone to get the run down the back straight. So you can see Michael Shaw positioning his car really well through these corners at the moment, not allowing these guys to get a run. So you can see there that Ruben Phelps definitely had the run, but he had to back off because he was getting tight through turns. Oh, and there we go. There we go. We're caution again, 131 into 134, and Michael Shaw has kept his car off the wall. So we are cautioned once again. It will be Michael Shaw from Jamie Nankervis, Adam Malone, Ruben Phelps, Norman Clark. When we go back green, Dave Douglas has just jumped in saying that sure he needs to start mirror driving, and now's definitely the time. But I think now's the time. Let's bring Shorey up into the broadcast booth. He deserves the time to come and have a chat with us, and we're not going to throw him under the bus. We'll make it nice and calm for him, 102 into 134 as we go back to the Inside Lane Productions instant replay, brought to you by Kobe Jordan, the man in the broadcast booth tonight. So you can see Ruben Phelps, they're in behind Michael Shaw as they make their way down the back stretch of Chicagoland Speedway. He's got the overlap on Adam Malone. He's trying to get the run. Looks like we're a little bit far back at the moment, so we'll just keep watching this one play through. So Ruben Phelps getting a run. This is where Ruben gets checked up into 1 and 2. You'll see him get a run on Michael Shaw, and he'll back up through 1 and 2. And that's going to allow Adam Malone to catch up onto the back here down the back stretch. It's probably more prevalent the next lap around. So we're a little bit further back. We'll just keep watching this and see how the incident did play out. You can see Adam Malone just there, just running a little bit higher there on entry, trying to save that front right tyre and keep that mid-corner speed up. And that's definitely helped the force on the Stars Esports Racing entry of Adam Malone. So you'll see it here. This is it. So Ruben gets a really good run. He has to check up because he's got nowhere to go. Michael Shaw positions his car in a great spot there and nowhere for Ruben to go. That allows Adam Malone to get a run up the inside. They go into 3 and 4 this time around. Adam Malone's got the right of way on the inside. Adam Malone gets tight there on the inside, but there's no contact there. They're going down, and Ruben Phelps just moves straight down on Adam Malone there. So Ruben Phelps, my teammate, but it looks like Ruben Phelps has just probably not understood the gap he had on the inside there to Adam Malone, and that's what's brought out the caution. Well, we'll move Michael Shaw up into the broadcast booth. Let's have a chat with Michael Shaw. Shorey, Aidan and Paul here in the broadcast booth, mate. Great job by you tonight. Absolutely sensational drive. We're not going to throw you under the bus or anything tonight, mate, so don't overthink it. You've done a great job. Something about the 07 and the next gen around Chicagoland Speedway tonight. You're going to be leading us to the green-white checker.
Yeah, not gonna lie, this is my favourite track, other than the Talladega and Daytona, of course. But yeah, I had a plan which I stuck to it. I still got a set of tyres in the bank, so I double stinted. I don't know why. I thought there would have been a caution about halfway through the second stint, but yeah, I just got to keep it clean and sort of just run my own race for these last 2 or 3 laps. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it.
Well, while you're under caution, mate, we have made all the viewers aware that we won't be broadcasting at the end of the leagues, and we've let everyone know, and of course myself having the pleasure of being able to take over the leagues and stuff. So we do, from us at the Indersim Esports Network, while you're under caution, we need to actually personally thank you for allowing us to be a part of your leagues and to be able to bring all the viewers all the action, because it is a real privilege, and we know how much you do put in the background, and it is a privilege for myself to be able to take over and run some leagues. And of course you're going to be a big part of everything there, but it's good to see you at the front in this one anyway, mate. So while we are live on the broadcast, we need to give you a big shout out and a big thank you.
Yeah, thanks guys. Look, it's a shame that you guys aren't broadcasting, because you are definitely one of the best broadcasters here in Australia. I just want to thank everybody that sort of helped me over the past year and a half with the leagues. Everybody from Brad, Justin, Raymond, forgetting people, Greg, Nigel, Andy, Brad, yourself, and everybody else who I forgot. I just want to thank them. Yeah, it's just getting a little bit too much with my 2 businesses, and but I'm handing it over to you. You're going to do a great job, and I'm looking forward to racing next season with you.
No worries at all, mate. Well, we'll cut it short. Hopefully we're talking to you at the end of the broadcast. Get back up there and concentrate and bring the 07 into victory lane around Chicagoland. We'll let you jump back up into the channel by yourself and concentrate.
Thanks, guys.
Well, there we go. Michael Shaw. I've got no idea what channel I just put him into, but he's in race channel 1, so he's not by himself, but he will be coming off the green this time, leading the way. It will be Jamie Nankervis on the outside. Adam Malone out of 3, Ruben Phelps out of 4 after that incident. Can Michael Shaw get the job done? It will be a green-white checker. Michael Shaw jumps early and gets the run. So it's exactly what we've seen earlier in the previous 2 or 3 cautions. Michael Shaw willing to jump early, and he's got the run early in this one, as Jamie Nankervis has Adam Malone all over the back of him. Ruben Phelps trying to make the run on Adam Malone. Ruben Phelps getting really loose on the inside. But I tell you what, this is definitely not over, as Ruben Phelps trying to make the run for the 3rd position. Don't get out Jamie Nankervis in 2nd position in this one as well. Here's one to look out for, but we'll go across the start-finish line this time around. There'll be 1 lap to go, and it is Michael Shaw leading us to the white flag. Jamie Nankervis in the prime position there in 2nd. Ruben Phelps in the great position in 3rd place as well. Jamie Nankervis getting a little bit tight through turns 1 and 2 that time. That's going to allow Ruben Phelps to get a run up the inside. Jamie Nankervis going to cover that one off. This is a race for Michael Shaw to lose at the moment. Looks like Do Photo in the background's getting loose, and Michael Shaw, a green-white checker, and he comes to the checkered flag, and Michael Shaw will hold on to the win over Jamie Nankervis and Ruben Phelps in P3, guys. I tell you what, that was an absolutely clinical finish by Michael Shaw there to hold on to that one, because he definitely had a lot of challenges from behind.
He did real well to hold on to that.
Yeah, he did well. Ruben Phelps was there. He was trying to make moves. Jamie Nankervis, he probably could have played that one a little bit better, but it's all about Michael Shaw at the moment. He gets the W, he gets the chockies, First time he's in victory lane for a long time in the 07. He's going to celebrate this one as style as you see him down the main straight at the moment. So Michael Shaw gets the W. Only 2 rounds to go here for the simrigs.com NASCAR Next Gen Series. It is his first win, and he'll be happy about that one. I'll tell you what, Jamie Nankervis will be happy about that one as well. He was pretty much nowhere about midway through the race, and he made his way up into the back end of that one. Ruben Phelps, it's a race that could have been. He's not going to be happy about that. We'll speak to Ruben shortly after getting caught up with Darren McKenzie and then with Adam Malone as well. So, but I tell you what, tonight's all about Michael Shaw. What a race it was.
Yep, we see him burn it down there. Well deserved. Been a long time coming.
Definitely a long time coming, and how deserving it is. And Jason Holdsworth in on the chat as well. Nice win, Shory. Yep. Great win there. But we'll go through your final standings here for round 7 of the simrigs.com NASCAR Next Gen Series. Your winner was Michael Shaw over Jamie Nankervis and Ruben Phelps. Your 3, Norman Clark rounded out your 4, your championship leader. He'll extend the championship point lead at the front after that 4th place finish. Tim Weston in 5th. Adam Malone will come home in 6th. Brian Bullock in 7th. Dave Oliver in 8th. Andy Barber 9th. Sam Katakuzanos in 10th. Joshua Carroll Walden, a night that could have been for him, in 11th. Derek Jacobs, too busy talking to Samantha, in 12th. Darren McKenzie in 13th. Tristan Koch in 14th. Maxie Marshall in 15th. Brett Campbell in 16th. Justin Witcher home in 17th after leading this one for a lot earlier. Brad Finley in 18th. Ray Zerkart comes home in 19th. Tom Pritchard in 20th. And rounding out your 21 starters tonight was Dylan Butler. So we were late on the broadcast. We were 5 or 6 laps in. And I tell you what, it didn't disappoint, boys. What a race around Chicagoland.
Excellent race. Great race.
So we'll just bring the boys up into the broadcast booth. So we'll bring them up there at the moment, and just need to try and go and find Jamie Nankervis. I can't see him at the moment in Discord. So Jamie, if you are listening to the broadcast booth, jump up. Otherwise, you'll get penalty points for not making yourself available. There you go. He's jumped in. Thank you, Jamie. All right. So we've got the top 3 place getters here for round 7 of the simrigs.com NASCAR Next Gen Series up into the broadcast booth. What a night it was, but we'll start off with your 3rd place getter tonight. The night that could have been. Phelpsy, my teammate, a couple of incidents there that you probably ruin and going, they shouldn't have probably happened, but good solid result to get P3 nonetheless.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't have happened, but purely on me. The free wide situation was Shory pushed up, and I thought, oh, there's a free wide situation going to happen, and then it just had racing incident. Well, I feel like it was a racing incident, and then the one with Adam at the end there was I was helping Shory out, and I just got told I was clear, and next minute cut down and straight across the nose. So that's purely on me. But no, it was actually quite an interesting race. I thought I screwed up when I decided not to change tyres on the first pit stop, but luckily a caution. Well, actually, the caution came out after I made the second pit stop, so I was actually a lap behind when that happened. But thankfully, a few other things sort of made it come possible to get back up there. But it was a good race other than the incidents. But no, it was good fun. Good. I was happy for Shory for the win too.
Yeah, it was a good race and good for Shory to get the W, but we've got all the time in the world to chat to Shory shortly. We'll just chat to you with your P3. It was a night that had a lot of incidents, of course. Well, not a lot, but they're in times that you probably didn't want them to happen, because if they didn't happen, you probably would have had something for Shory and definitely Jamie at the end. But that's racing. You know, we saw that last night with myself. We see that in most times. That's racing, and mate, you still come home with a P3, so you've got to be happy for Aussie Esports from a team that is really starting to hit their straps.
Yeah, for sure. Like I was unfortunate with the incidents that I didn't hit a wall or anybody sort of smash into me or anything, because that sort of made me survive when it came to when I was spinning around. But as in the team standpoint, it's always good because we're starting to get quite consistent podiums and getting some drivers and all that up there in the ranks, and becoming quite a good wee team we're building. So once we get it all up and running properly for 2022, once is basically what we're setting out to do, then we're definitely going to have fun doing this new adventure with the team. Hopefully it's a good long-term thing for us, as I know we've had a few chop and changes of 2021, so I think we're doing well. But as a race standpoint, there was need to clean up a little bit of things, but still I could have won, but I'm not too worried tonight.
Well, mate, you got to be happy with the P3 nonetheless. So big shout out, obviously, to everyone involved with your P3 tonight. Big shout out to all those sponsors and, your time to shine, mate.
Yeah, I've got to thank Aussie Esports for, technically I'm co-owner of this whole deal, so got to thank you, Aidan, for helping out when due, and Tristan and Brett for being a good teammate. Brett had to run off had to go and pick up his daughter or something, so he had to give. Unfortunately, I think Tristan got caught up in one of my incidents there, but we're setting up pretty good results and we're doing good for the team. Of course, I'm sure Mum was watching somewhere, so I have to shout out and
hi, Mandy. Big shout out to Mandy.
Got a shout out now. I've changed my name of my streaming channel to RP Gaming these days, so I find that on Facebook. And then that's pretty much it. Of course, you guys for the broadcast of Intersim, and sorry for the full throttle for the time we've got left.
No worries at all. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Your third place getter tonight for round 7 of the simrigs.com NASCAR Next Gen Series from Chicagoland Speedway. It was the 06 Aussie Esports pilot of Ruben Phelps. Moves us straight across to P2 tonight. Mr. JN, Sir Jamie Nankervis. Jamie started out of P3 tonight. Pretty much went nowhere through the middle section of the race, but you brought that 18 car back up there in contention at the end. I thought you had something for Michael, but couldn't quite get the chocolates tonight. But at P2, you're starting to get those nice solid results. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, guys. It was good fun. Middle section of the race was trying to save fuel. I could see we're going to be a couple of laps short if we didn't have yellows. So I think Ruben was doing the same thing. He backed right off. We were just trying to conserve some fuel and trying to make it a 2-stop race.
And you were trying to do that, but then all the cautions happened at the end. So that pretty much threw a spanner in the works. So that pretty much made it a sprint race to the end. But what do you put down to, what have you changed in the household of the 18 of Jamie Nankervis? Because always been quick, but you're starting to get some more solid results of late. So what do you put down to that?
Luck. Just a bit of luck, mate. I've been caught up.
You're being too modest. You're being too modest.
Caught up in a lot of trouble in the last few weeks, so it was good to have a nice, clean race and no incidents. So that's all I wanted, and that was good.
Well, we move on into 2022 pretty shortly because we're all about to have a little bit of a break and go into the festive season through Christmas and New Year, etc. What's your plans for the 18 into 2022, and where do you see yourself racing? And what's your plans for the 2022 iRacing season?
Yeah, we've got a couple of full season leagues running next year that we're going to be running in. A couple of good teammates there to help me out as well. So we've got a full season scheduled midweek and on Saturday nights as well. And I'll be trying to fill in wherever I can with the full throttle / new league that it is next year with you guys. So we do run a pretty full calendar next year.
Well, that's good. Well, hopefully we see the number 18 up the front a lot more often, and we can talk to you. Probably not here on the Intersim Esports Network over the next couple of months, but whoever the broadcasters are, wherever they may be or who they are, hopefully we get to hear the number 18 of Jamie Nankervis at the point a lot more often, because he definitely deserved to be there. But congratulations once again on your P2 tonight.
Thanks, guys. Thank you very much.
No worries. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Your P2 tonight, the number 18 of Jamie Nankervis for round 7 of the simrigs.com NASCAR Next Gen Series. That moves us straight across to your winner, Mr. Michael Shaw. We'll have to knight you. We've now knighted you, Sir Shorey. We brought you up into the booth before you went green, white, checker. I was hoping that wouldn't fluster you, and it definitely didn't, mate. And you got your first win here on the simrigs.com NASCAR Next Gen Series, and it definitely couldn't have gone to more of a deserving driver.
Yeah, thanks, guys. It was nerve-wracking that last restart. It was important for me to get that good start. I knew if I had a good start, I could have hold on. But yeah, sort of the way I planned out the race really worked really well tonight, so I was really happy.
So what do you put it down to tonight? What was the difference? Apart from Chicagoland Speedway being one of your favourite tracks, you raced at Chicagoland Speedway last night in the trucks. Not as good result, still a solid result. But what do you put it? What was the difference tonight? Is it the next gen car? Is it what's the difference?
Oh, I just think the mixture between the car and the track. I thought I ran really well last night. I did get eighth, but the way I ran the race was really good. Tonight I had a strategy, and I had to stick to it. Now I did end up having an extra set of tyres in the bank, but after we've done that first green pit stop, I was sort of ticking my box to take tyres and not. And I decided not to because I thought there was going to be a caution, but I was hoping it'd be like 10 or 15 laps before that first caution came out. But yeah, so I knew if I just would have stuck to my plan and done that, I would have been up there. You know what I mean? Like I would have been happy with the top 5. You know what I mean? Or even a top 10. You know what I mean? Like I'm not that good of a driver. It's just everything just worked out well for me tonight, and I'm extremely happy.
Well, mate, you definitely got to be happy. You come home with your first W for the simrigs.com NASCAR Next Gen Series, the man behind all these leagues, and you got a W. So, of course, a big shout out to everyone involved with your win. Obviously, a shout out to everything you're involved in league-wise. It's your turn to shine here on the Simrig Sports Network.
Yeah, I'd like to thank simrigs.com. I really appreciate them coming on board, and the guys there, Pete and all them, they're just fantastic. And I wish everybody that wants to buy a rig or buy anything sim related just don't go anywhere else other than them. They're the best. I'd like to thank my sponsors, simracingmerch.com, Activity Hub Bali. Also like to thank Jamie and Ruben for their second and third. I'd like to thank Brad Allison. He's been a great supporter of mine. He was the first person I text because this is my first ever win in my league, so I'm wrapped. So I'd like to thank Brad for all his help over the past year and a half, almost 2 years. He's a great mate, and he always will be. You guys for broadcasting, once again, I said you guys will have to be one of the best guys in Australian broadcasting, and it is disappointing you are sort of putting the mic away for a while, but I wish you all the best, and Aiden all the best with running the league next season as well.
Paul, I'll let you jump in there, mate. Obviously, kind words about the broadcasting. I'm not going to really concentrate on me and the league at the moment, but chance for you to jump in for sure.
Yeah, obviously we've had our differences over the past as well, but Full Throttle's definitely been a good place to race, and brought quite a lot of drivers together in that, as it's grown over the time that first sort of discovered it to now, and I'm looking forward to what comes next. I'm sure Aiden will do a good job as well.
Yeah, like all the guys, like I said earlier on, from when I first started, that jumped in and helped. I really appreciate all of them as well. Even when I had to take my break, all the guys that jumped in and helped there, they're all great as well. So it's been there has been some, there's been some more good times and bad times, but I really enjoy the guys that have raced with, and especially the guys that have been racing lately. They're all great, you know what I mean? So, but I'm sure we'll all be out there again racing against each other. So somewhere, the leagues that I'll be racing in next year. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, most definitely, and look forward to seeing you up on the winners' podium again there in the 07, mate. So I'm sure this is a first of a few to come. So once again, congratulations tonight for your P1. But your winner for the first time here at the simrigs.com NASCAR Next Gen Series, and the first time in the Full Throttle Sim Racing Leagues, the owner of the Full Throttle Sim Racing Leagues, it is the 07 of Michael Shaw. Congratulations, a big congratulations to you. And I'm sure everyone here on the InterSim Esports Network tuning in will give you a big congratulations. We're already seeing those congratulations flooding in through the comments. So once again, congratulations to you tonight, Michael. But I tell you what, Paul, here at the InterSim Esports Network, we are wrapping up our broadcasting over the next couple of weeks, but it doesn't stop here tonight. We are finished with the simrigs.com NASCAR Next Gen Series for the round tonight at Chicagoland. There are a couple of rounds to go, but we are going to bring you on Sunday night the next round of the Ray White Rule Gander Australasian Supercar E-Series. It will be from Phoenix Raceway, 132 laps. You can catch all the action here live on the InterSim Esports Network from 6:45 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time or 7:45 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, wherever you may be in Australia, let alone around the world. Then, of course, we will be back here live for the next round of the simrig.com NASCAR Next Gen Series on Friday night, next Friday night, which will be the 10th of December. We'll go racing from Las Vegas Motor Speedway for 134 laps, which will be the second to last round of the simrigs.com NASCAR Next Gen Series. We'll go live from 7:15 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, 8:15 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, wherever you may be. But you've heard the announcements tonight. Obviously, we're going to bring this to an end on the InterSim Esports Network very shortly. But Paul and myself and everyone at the InterSim Esports Network, we look forward to bringing you all the remaining rounds of the series that we're going to cover for the remainder of 2021 and from the Ray White Rule Gander Australasian Supercar E-Series into the short term of 2022. But that does bring to an end round 7 of the simrigs.com NASCAR Next Gen Series. Your winner tonight was Michael Shaw, Jamie Nankervis in second, Ruben Phelps in third. But from myself, Paul, and everyone at the InterSim Esports Network, a big thank you to Kobe Jordan for joining in the broadcast booth tonight from Inside Lane Productions. But that will finish our broadcast tonight. We look forward to seeing you on Sunday night for the Ray White Royal Gander Australasian Supercar E-Series. But until then, we wish you a good night.
Thanks, guys. Oh, cheers for that.